I think it's time for some costumes. Okay, as you can see, I've only made an effort with my backdrop. But some people
And the
have.
orange suspenders, that works.
Oh, wait a minute, backdrop.
But somebody who hasn't failed. Oh, there she is, Mandy on the moon. Can we put a spotlight on Mandy? So Mandy on the moon. You know what the prize is, so that's why you've made an effort. Tell us about your costume.
Right, okay. So I think this is going to really impress everybody. My spider was gifted to me about 20 years ago, something like that, from an amazing performer called Barry James.
Ah.
Yeah. So Barry James has played so many like main parts in West End. I don't know whether he's done Broadway. He might have done, but he was in the original Beauty and the Beast as, oh God, the clock.
Cogsworth.
No, the clock's the thin one. Who was he?
Cogsworth's the clock. Lumiere, the candlestick.
That's him.
Lumiere.
Yeah, I think one of them anyway. But I played opposite him for a year in Les Mis. It was an absolute pleasure. And when our kind of time was up, he gave me this spider. I mean, it was very random. It was all in this beautiful box, like from a jeweler's. And I just thought, well, I mean, it was just absolutely stunning. It had nothing to do with anything. And I just thought, I just need to keep it in a really safe place. And I think this has been the first time I've actually, you know, apart from doing a video for this, I remembered I had my spider.
Yeah, so beautiful.
Yeah. But my witch's hat, I'm not going to kind of like lie. This is a wig attached to my witch's hat. And this is from the Phantom Ballet Girls.
Oh, very nice. Very theatrical. Yeah. No cheap fancy dress going on here.
You did say tell me about it.
Wow.
So yeah, so this is my offering for this Halloween. It's very West End.
Very good. No pressure on anyone else that's just like slung a sheet over themselves to be a ghost. Well, you've surpassed yourself as always, Mandy on the Moon. Thank you for your contribution. Sharon Squirrel, Tarot Squirrel, let's have a look at you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, there she is. That's an incredible filter. Have you actually done anything with your eyes? Have you got contacts in?
No.
It's amazing. People were talking about it earlier on. Doesn't she look amazing? Put your comments in there.
I wanted to be Squirrel Girl for obvious reasons. I mean, duh. And she's my favorite Marvel comic hero. But I didn't have the resources to pull the costume together. So I went online. Yeah, like all the blood. Ugh.
Wow.
And when I smile, I look so evil. I went online looking for squirrel ears and a tail, and I saw this, and I was like, mine.
Wow.
So I guess I'm evil squirrel today.
Well, I wouldn't be messing with you. Definitely not. You look amazing. Thank you for your contribution. Let's put a spotlight on Cassidy. There she
Hello,
is.
everyone.
Woo, we've seen the eye already. Tell us.
Fantastic.
What's the inspiration?
Hi. Look at this thing.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Kind of piratey.
Yeah. Quick funny story of how I ended up with this costume. So in my city, there's quite a lot of people who are into tarot and such things. So I was looking on the buy and sell area for tarot decks. That's actually how I got the Deviant Moon deck. It was sealed and unopened, and I think it was like $6 because someone was getting rid of it. So I always keep an eye on people selling decks. Anyway, so when I looked up tarot cards, this costume showed up because why? It came with its own set of tarot cards.
Wow.
There are 6 of them, and I mean, if we have time, we could maybe guess which ones are here. But it's kind of funny because they're some of the Hollywood favorite, but I did not guess right when I guessed what 6 cards would be included here. So yeah, they're kind of funny. I'm just gonna go ahead and show the Magician because it kind of looks like, I don't know, maybe Jesus and Noah mixed together.
Yeah, it does.
A little bit. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and show you. Then we have the Sun. There we go. We have Death. This is actually a really nice Death card. It's pretty darn cool. All the
nice.
dead people. We have the Empress. And Strength. And Justice. Like, what a weird combo, right? Like, I don't know. I was for sure expecting the Tower to be here.
The fact that you got
Oh no, Sam.
your costume, but they weren't attached in any way. Oh,
No,
your tarot
no.
cards weren't attached to your costume in any way.
No, they just came in part of the box. So it was funny. It was another like unopened costume that someone had gotten. But yeah, I was expecting for sure the Tower to be here. I was expecting the Lovers to be here. Nowhere to be found. So.
Oh, that's spooky.
Yeah, this is who I am today.
Love it. Looking good, and the accessories as well.
Thank you.
And the spider eye. Very nice. So if you're dressed up, put a, I can see some of you, put your cameras on and give us a wave in the chat box. And let's have a look. Jessica, can we put a spotlight on Jessica?
Hey. So I try and dress like a witch every day.
Nice.
Every single day I'm like, what's the blackest thing I own?
Good.
This is the blackest thing I own. So it's all a bit witchy today. I've got a dress with me, which is like my Wednesday Addams dress. I'm not at my normal house, which I was going to wear today, but it was too warm. It's been really warm here. So I've got my cat ears on and I've got a cat tail. And this is like my go-to Halloween costume every year. I'm like, everyone's like, what are you going to be this year? And I'm like, it's 2 choices, kids. It's a witch or a cat. It's a witch or a cat. That's it. That's as far as it goes. So this year I'm a cat.
I like it. Do you know, so often you see like just little ears and then somebody's in like a slinky dress and they're just trying to look sexy. But you've gone for, I mean, you do look nice, but you've gone for witch cat rather than sexy kitten.
I'm still trying to be sexy.
Well, you're still working it. That wasn't a backhanded diss to say you don't look sexy because you're working it.
It's fine.
Very nice. And is that the blackest thing you own?
Yeah, it's definitely one of the blackest dresses I own. It's like all Victorian.
Oh.
And high neck, and it's this is probably one of the blackest things I own, which I'll crack out tomorrow.
Oh, is that
the
Wednesday Addams?
Wednesday Addams.
Nice. Very good effort. Loving your work. Can we go to Vernon next? Venom! Sorry, Venom.
Venom.
Venom, sorry, Venom. Can't read. Oh my goodness.
I don't know if Venom speaks.
Venom.
Scary.
Wow. Venom, did you make this yourself? Can you nod?
What was that again?
I have no words. Wow.
This is amazing.
I mean, if you've made this yourself, you've won, because that is horrific. I can't even explain. What the hell is that?
Oh my goodness.
You need
Wow.
a photo gallery.
Well, that's a really interesting chat there. Let's go to Greg.
What was your question? I missed your question.
Okay, go on. My question was, did you make it yourself?
Oh, did I make it myself?
Yeah.
Oh, no. This would have been way too complicated for me. No. I just got it because I like Venom a lot.
Right.
Yes. So, Mandy, watch out for your spider.
It's horrific. If Sharon doesn't give me nightmares, you definitely have. Let's go to Greg. Spotlight on Greg.
Oh,
Wow.
I love Greg's background.
Yeah, that's cool.
Great. got the mask and the background going.
I lie. I didn't make an effort. This has been lying in my cupboard for years.
Just waiting for this opportune moment.
That's right. Yes.
It served you so well, Greg. Again, I've no idea what it is. Have you got a name for this freak?
No, I've taken my mask off.
Oh, sorry.
This is me without my mask.
Oh, damn. Well, put it back on quick. You look horrific.
Hey, for a quick sec while
Very
everybody's dressed up, can you everyone just for like 2 seconds smile? I'm gonna take a screenshot snap of this if that's okay with everybody, and we can have
You
a
want it in
photo of
gallery
her
view?
costume.
I'm
Yes.
smiling by nature, as you can see.
All right.
Okay.
Excellent. Oh, Annalisa, you look amazing.
Ah.
The witch. Looking
Okay,
good.
one. Let's see.
Second side.
Everybody say 1, 2, 3, cheese.
Cheese.
Awesome. Got it. We look amazing. Great job, everybody.
Very good job.
Where's
So,
Annalisa?
7 applicants. Is there anyone else? Yeah, let's shine a spotlight on Annalisa. Let's have a look.
Just got a little hat.
Tell us about the hat.
Oh, I don't know. It's the first thing I found. I didn't have much inspiration. Sorry.
Annalisa, make up a backstory. So tell us about the hat.
Oh gosh. Well, I bought the hat because I was looking for my cat's bat wings.
Right.
And then I found the hat and I thought it was a nice combination having a bat cat and a witch.
Very nice.
Backstory.
We had a witch cat, now we've got a back.
Yes, I will show you the cat if I find it.
We've lost your cat.
Anybody else made the effort?
Oh, yes.
That's fantastic.
No.
I love it.
The green man.
Green beard just makes it.
That's beautiful.
The
Fantastic.
makeup's been drying.
Wait, let
and
me
just-
spotlight
It was much. I just look ill now.
Anna.
Like the
real
stick
quick.
man.
You want
Oh,
Look,
Oh.
Thomas.
The cat's here.
The
Annalisa's got a cat.
Oh my.
Show yourself, baby.
I'm coming back to you, Thomas. So
Fantastic.
we got to see the cat too.
The cat.
Oh,
Don't let the
God.
cat near Thomas. You know how cats get stuck in trees.
Show yourself, baby.
Oh,
Aww.
it's feline Pegasus.
fantastic.
He's like, I'm not talking to you anymore, Mom.
Well done.
Oh, let me see the staff, please.
It's a wand, but it's
What?
Ooh.
That's beautiful.
And what wood
Wow.
is that wand?
it's made of that plastinium tree. That is a well-known sort of modern tree that you you can't get rid of because it will, in actual fact, be bad for the environment.
Ah,
So it's to be I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'm
may
gonna
as well
keep
use it for
forever.
one. then. Yeah.
Indeed, it's like a song and dance cane, you know.
Can you just put your head down so we can see this headdress? Because this is quite epic.
So it's loads of different wands, and then with ivy and a hat for doing.
Can
Wow.
you say something about the green man? Is he related to sacrifice?
Wear this costume for certain rituals, or is this especially for us?
That was just for tonight. I go skyclad for the other ones.
Amazing.
Apart from a bit of ivy, little one.
Okay, so how do we decide who wins this, Mandy?
No,
Is
wait,
that
wait, wait.
absolutely everybody?
Anybody
Wait.
else?
Sorry, Venom's got a question.
No, I have a very, very important participant to share, to include, sorry. And you will all find him very, very germane.
What?
We're hard to hear you there, Venom. You're
Very
too many
relative.
teeth in your mouth.
Yeah,
All right.
sucking your tongue.
So this goes back to something I wanted to talk about related to the Halloween presentation, but there wasn't enough time. But this will get you all very interested. Okay. So share screen. There we go. Do you see
Oh my
that?
God.
Wow.
Oh,
Can you guess what this is?
What is this?
Take a wild guess. Think of something Halloweeny that it reminds you of.
oh my goodness. Yeah, the original like pumpkin, but it's probably not made of pumpkin.
The
Or a
original
mummy.
jack-o'-lantern. Yes.
Looks like a mummy.
So
Yeah.
jack-o'-lantern, how did that start? It was an Irish folktale about this guy called Stingy Jack.
Mm.
He was so stingy and so selfish that one day he invited the devil to a drink but didn't want to pay for it. So he managed somehow to convince a not very smart devil to turn into a piece of silver so that he could pass him on to the bartender, and then the devil could switch back and all would be good. But he didn't let that happen. Once the devil turned into a piece of silver, he kept him in his silver cross so the devil couldn't transform. And then Jack imposed a condition on the devil. He said, if you want to come back, you have to promise me not to claim my soul and to leave me be for at least a year. Okay? So the devil said, agrees. And then he comes back after a year, and Jack plays another trick on him, convinces him to climb up the tree to get something, and then pulls another kind of magic trick to prevent him from coming back, and then gets another promise from him in return for setting him free, which is leaving him be for another 10 years. Anyway, long story short, by the end of it, when Jack finally dies, God doesn't want him, the devil doesn't want him, and so he's not even welcome in hell. So when he makes it to hell, all the devil does is he throws him a hot coal so that he can light his way as he walks the earth forever in darkness until judgment day. And this coal that he gets from the devil, he places in a turnip. And that's where we get the idea of the Jack of the Lantern. The Jack of the Lantern was the guy who was to buy room for the devil, and all he had to keep him company was this turnip lantern. And turnip is much more difficult to carve than pumpkin. The turnip, potatoes, and beets are the vegetables that were available there at the time. And when the Irish went to the States, for the land of the pumpkin, which is easier to carve, took the place of the turnip. And so this is the original jack-o'-lantern, and that's from the early 20th century, and it's in a museum in Ireland. And as you can see, it's much more terrifying than what we know today.
Thank you very much. That was
Wow.
surreal. Listening to that story told by a huge tongue.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Amazing.
So, Sam,
Yes.
yeah, we need to press on really and decide who is the winner.
We
'Cause
do.
Yeah,
Shall I
so
decide?
we've got Venom and his tongue. We've got Greg. Yeah. Yeah. We've got Thomas and his wand head. Then we've got me, West End, Cassidy, Pirate, Sharon the Ghost, Annalisa the Witch.
Jessica.
We've got Jessica with her sexy cat ears and tail, and Annalisa's cat. And although I kind of know who clearly should be the winner. I don't think that the prize is really gonna work very well for the cat.
No.
One cat it might.
One cat it might, but not Annalise's cat. And I don't think we've got any other contestants. So, Sam, this one's on you.
Well, I don't know if the prize is going to work for the person I feel might be. I mean, they're all worthy winners, obviously. Does that matter?
The prize might have to be changed depending on
Okay.
who you choose.
Okay.
But I can adapt. It's fine.
Okay. So the prize was the Deviant Tarot deck,
It was.
which is amazing. And it's been very kindly donated. And if it's not suitable for the winner, then yeah, we can change it. But
Yeah.
I think the winner for obviously having a cat was wonderful, having a painted eye, being a ghost, being a tongue. Being a tongue is quite hard to beat. And being a West End witch, I mean, it doesn't come more grand than that. Or just mask on, mask off. But for integrating speech into actualization, I think the winner has to be Thomas Wandhead. I didn't name you Wandhead. Mandy named you Wandhead. You are Wandhead.
He's the great man.
Congratulations, Thomas. You have won the Deviant Tarot deck. Kindly donated. It's really good, this deck.
Cool.
Really, really good. I think you'll be very impressed. And if you don't know how to read tarot,
I do.
let me help you.
The answer. Yeah. No,
Mandy,
that's lovely.
got a
Thank you
workshop
very
on
much.
it.
Cheers, Sam.
Right. Okay. Are we going on our, where are we going now? Harleys.
Well done, everyone. Yes, we're going to start our ritual session. So make sure you've got crystals with you, pen and paper for later on, and your things that Mandy was talking about. So I've got my incense here standing by, and anything sensual to taste and touch and smell and everything you need, because we're going to our final section. So we've got an hour and 20 minutes left. There's loads of stuff to pack in, but Khalid is starting with an astrological message. So over to Khalid.
Right. So it's a really very odd, I think it's a very odd astrological alignment that we're in right now, because we're talking about a full moon in Taurus exactly conjunct Uranus.
Yes.
And okay, so first let's talk about what it means for the full moon to be in Taurus. So from traditional astrology, there's the idea of domicile and exaltation, right? So a planet being at home or being somewhere where it's treated like an honored guest, let's say. And for the moon, the domicile is Cancer and the exaltation is Taurus. And there's like there's not geometric, I think. There's a kind of mathematical, there's a mathematical relationship to explain the schemes of the exaltations and the domiciles, but we don't need to go into that. But basically, on a psychological level, like using the language of modern psychological astrology, it's sort of easy to understand why the moon would feel comfortable in both Cancer and Taurus, because the moon has a very has a kind of like a self. It has a nature that's both kind of like self-revolving and nurturing, and it kind of prioritizes security over everything else. In its domicile of Cancer, you can see that kind of instinct for self-preservation and security and safety and comfort, you can see it expressed in a way that reflects the actual movement of the moon, the very quick, fluid movement of the moon, which likens it to water, right? And Cancer is a water sign. It's a cardinal water sign. So think of it as a water sign that's motivated by movement all the time. Okay, that type of energy. So in Cancer, the moon is sort of like at home, being at home in the mode of, let's say, nurture, right? A kind of creating an emotional kind of enclave, an emotional enclave from within an otherwise unpredictable world, right? Creating an emotional zone of security for the self and for the others. So the moon, particularly in Cancer, acquires the tribal characteristic of Cancer, so it cares about those that are closest to it. In Taurus, we still have that focus of security, but it's shifted from the emotional realm, which is more fluid, to the material realm, which is more tangible. It's just earthy, and of course, it's fixed not only because it's solid, not only because it's earth, but it's because it's the fixed earth that is Taurus. So then the moon's instinct for security shifts from a fluid kind of emotional context to a fixed earthy context. So then the instinct for comfort, when the moon is in Taurus, tends to satisfy itself or try to satisfy itself by finding or creating for itself a comfort zone that is a comfort zone because it is made up of tangible things, all of which are familiar. Like they could be invested with, let's say, memories of safety, memories of intimacy, or they could be invested with characteristics that make the moon in Taurus person feel kind of nostalgic, right at home, or just pleasing to that person's kind of constitution, their personality, right? Intrinsically pleasing. Now the tricky thing is, Uranus is not known for stability. It's known for the opposite. It's known for radical, unpredictable, potentially completely disorienting destabilization. And I don't know if anyone else has heard of this, but I mean, of course, Uranus was only discovered in 1781, and I'm not sure when the co-rulership and the exaltation schemes were extended. Sorry, the rulership and exaltation schemes were extended to cover the modern planets, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. But it's pretty recent. And on the one hand, Uranus, in the language of modern astrology, is considered the co-ruler of Aquarius with Saturn. And on the other hand, it's also considered to be exalted in where? Scorpio. And Scorpio is where the sun is, opposite Taurus right now. So if we go out on a limb right now and say that the whole domicile exaltation scheme also applies to the outer planets equally, right? There's not much basis for that, but let's just go with the idea. Then Uranus would actually be in its fall for the whole 7 or so years that it's in Taurus, because it's exalted in the opposite sign, Scorpio. And you can sort of just going with what I've already said about Uranus, that it just kind of, that it leans toward unpredictable kind of change, the type of change that changes life for generations of people, not a single person. You would, I mean, it's not so difficult to understand why it would be so uncomfortable in a sign like Taurus. Because Taurus is all about solidifying boundaries and kind of drawing out a comfort zone from those boundaries, from those material fixed boundaries. Uranus finds itself by constantly, raising down boundaries and then raising up new structures, let's say, that only remain intact for as long as they're useful, right? And that's why its rulership of Aquarius sort of makes sense, because Aquarius is the more constructive, revolutionary side of Saturn, right? The traditional ruler of Aquarius, right? When Saturn is in Aquarius, it is more open to tearing down old structures and creating new, more advanced structures, right? More open to resisting the inertia, the status quo inertia of a sign like Capricorn, right? Its other domicile. And I think this relationship between Saturn and Aquarius lent Aquarius to become, the modern domicile or the modern home of the newly discovered planet Uranus, right? So now we're in a weird kind of situation where the moon, just when it's supposed to be having this kind of full moon magic in a place of its exaltation, where it's supposed to be comfortable and the predictable and in structures that have already been defined for it, structures with which it has been familiar for a while, it finds itself colliding with a planet, an outer planet, no less, that represents the opposite of all of that. And the unique thing happening here isn't the fact that the moon is conjunct Uranus. I mean, Uranus stays in one sign for around 7 years. So, and the moon would be making that same conjunction maybe around 12 or 13 months a year, right? But what is unique is that this conjunction is a full moon conjunction, right? So then we're left with the question of like, what's the character of this magical moment that we're facing now? We're sort of set up to look for stability and releasing any kind of habits, tendencies, fixations that interfere with our ability to be at ease with ourselves on a more simple and predictable level, right? Maybe to be at ease in, like, for example, in like environments psychological environments that we're already familiar with, material environments that we're already familiar with. We're being sort of like, it feels like we're being challenged to instead, right? And I'm keeping in mind here that the conjunction is a much less, even in the oldest sources, it's a much less clearly defined configuration than a sextile or a trine or a square, an opposition, any of those other aspects that you can identify as either soft or easy or harsh or challenging, right? A conjunction is creates a hybrid kind of energy or archetype, right? So I feel like maybe the challenge for anyone wishing to kind of manifest something through moon work, to manifest something out of this full moon in conjunct Uranus, full moon in Taurus conjunct Uranus opposite the sun in Scorpio. The challenge is to try to find, to reinvent the self so that it can be comfortable in a very different type of environment, right? So that you no longer need to have the things that you're familiar with to feel secure and stable and strong, but rather to kind of craft a new environment for yourself. A new environment kind of built up out of new values and new ways of seeing and valuing things, right? And it might seem like a daunting kind of challenge, but on the other hand, the whole world is just changing so quickly. It has been since the pandemic hit, and I feel like it could, I mean, as much as it could be a challenge, it could also be an opportunity to kind of force yourself to let go of all those parts of you that cling to comfortable routines, comfortable possessions, even comfortable spaces, right? Comfortable friendships, comfortable relationships, right? And try to maybe try to kind of find a new way of relating that allows you to build a mobile home. This is what's coming to my mind right now, a mobile home, right? Just like Uranus is always moving, right? Feel like it would be a really good time to kind of cultivate an attachment to a mobile type of comfort zone, right? So this is going to have to be something that exists a little more in your head than in the tangible, right? Even though the moon is in Taurus, I feel like that conjunction between the moon and Uranus being in its fall in Taurus, that's changing the equation a bit. And I feel like it's kind of
move on to Cassidy because we're quite behind.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's all right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should I stop? Hello?
Just get to the end of what you're saying and and then
It sounds a little abstract, I know, but I mean, maybe it's supposed to be because it's Uranus. But trying to kind of maybe reimagine a kind of a different way of feeling safe and secure. That's it. A different way of feeling safe and secure in today's world, right? Try to be as flexible and as versatile in your thinking and even in your attachment patterns, so that you can create a kind of a home for yourself, a sense of home that is mobile. Like maybe it can make it easier for you to feel at home in different places in very different situations.
Thank you very much. That was great. So we're going to go straight over to Cassidy now, who is leading a guided Halloween meditation. Cassidy.
Okay, if everybody could take a moment to get comfortable. It's very important for this meditation that you have your back rested and supported. All right, so just take a moment to really get comfortable with your back supported on the seat behind you. And I invite you to allow your eyes to close. Now bring your attention to your breath and allow it to become deeper and longer than usual. Take 3 deep breaths, focusing on the rising and falling of your chest. Now allow your breath to resume back to its normal rhythm. Now fully relaxed, in your mind's eye, I want you to picture before you a beautiful tree. It's magnificent and strong and invites you into its space. I'd like you to walk towards the tree and sit with your back against its base. Focus your attention now on the weight of your back pressing against the tree, fully supported. Really focus on the space between your back and the trunk of the tree. Feel it grow smaller and smaller until you gently feel yourself fusing with this tree. The feeling is incredible as you merge your spirit with the spirit and space of this tree. Notice the duality that this tree offers, of reaching high up towards the sky, feeling the tips of the branches bathing in the powerful light of this full moon above, while at the same time you feel the depth of the roots expanding deep into the earth. Fully experience this deep sense of stability as you ground yourself into the luscious, cool earth, while standing tall and absolute in this space. Now I invite you to use the expansive network of the roots that reach deep into the earth to ground and let go of whatever you're seeking to release tonight. Let it flow away into the earth. As you focus on this release, in its place, invite in the beautiful and abundant energy of this full moon. Draw towards you all that you value and allow this to fill the space that remains from what's being released. Fully immerse yourself now in this powerful influx and outflow of energy. Continue to ground everything you wish to remove from your life, while consciously making space for every aspect of abundance and ease to take its place. Feel the powerful drawing in and releasing. Allowing this flow to continue, I invite you to bring your attention to an inviting tree hollow, a hole in the trunk of the tree. The dark space within draws your focus. As you adjust your gaze, you see a type of portal appear inside the hollow. What this magnificent void is about to show you is the answer to the question, what do I value most in my life? As you contemplate this question, the darkness gives way to reveal to you your answer. Let this hollow show you what you value most. Notice any images or words or colors or shapes of what you're being shown. Take time now in respect and full acknowledgement of the importance of what you're being shown. yourself now to fully receive the message you're being shown. What you see in the hollow begins to fade as you've received your answer to the question, what do I value most in my life? Having grounded what you wish to release and having accepted abundance into your life, it's now time to disconnect from this magnificent tree. Feel a space begin to form between your back and the base of the tree. Gently begin to roll your shoulders as you disconnect and return to your physical space. Once again, feel the base of the tree supporting the weight of your back. Take a moment now to share your deep gratitude for the wisdom that this tree has offered you. Finally, now take a moment to review what it was you released, what it felt like to draw in abundance, and what valuable message you were shown in the hollow of the tree. With a final deep breath, I invite you to gently open your eyes. Now, if you have received some valuable messages and information from this session, I invite you to write it down. You have a pen and paper in front of you. I want to take a moment to thank everybody for joining us at an amazing festival today. And oh yeah, in your notes, consider what the tree looked like to you. Do you recognize that type of tree? Was it something completely new to you? Did it have leaves? Was it bare? What tree spirit showed up for you today? I invite you to go deeper with that. And with that, this concludes our meditation, and we will continue on with our full moon ritual.
Wow. Thank you so much, Cassidy. Whew, that was amazing. Hope everybody benefited from that. I don't know how you can't. That was really powerful and really lovely. Thank you so much. That was just such a beautiful way to start rounding up our day. So yes, let's continue with our ritual, and Thomas is next.
Yeah, sorry.
You were miles away. You're
Yeah.
allowed to be. And you've still got a green beard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Keep it. Over to you, Thomas.
Thank you. So I invite everyone just to relax. We're going to merge with the earth element, the element earth, and ask for healing. And so find yourself a comfortable position, sitting, lying down, just letting your body relax into the seat, the cushions, the mattress, and just take a few deep breaths in through the nose and hold for a few seconds and breathe out through the mouth. And in and out, feeling yourself dropping deeper and deeper and deeper. And if a thought comes into your mind, recognize it as a thought, let it go without judgment, and come back concentrating on the breath. The earth element, the basis and foundation of all the elements, is the earth. The earth is the object, subject, and receptacle of all celestial rays and influences, and in it are the seeds of all things. It is made fruitful by the other elements and the heavens, and brings forth all things of itself. It is the first fountain from whence all things spring. It is the center, foundation, and mother of all things. Earth is the element of stability, foundations, and of the body. The earth is the realm of wisdom, knowledge, strength, growth, and prosperity. It is also the physical earth on which we live and the very heart of life. And in our mind's eye, as we sit here, we see a spark of green light erupt a few feet above our left shoulders. Beautiful spark of green, positive earth energy. And we track it as it moves from the left to the right, above our heads, to sit just on the right hand shoulder. And then we trace it down to make a triangle facing downwards with the point below our feet. And once there, we return up to the original spot above the left shoulder, creating a beautiful energy triangle facing downwards. And in the middle of this triangle, from the left-hand side, just outside the line, we create another spark of green light. that comes through across the line, diagonal line on the left, underneath our bottoms and out the right hand side of the diagonal line, just a few inches. And we can rest, we can sit on this bar of energy, safely within the symbol of Earth. And our intention is to merge with Earth energy. And I call in Great Earth Dragon, Mordrath the Green, Mordrath the Green, Mordrath the Green. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our sacred space, our sacred grove, our sacred symbol, our sacred healing. And within the symbol of Earth, Great Earth Dragon makes its entrance. We feel the energy build up around us, above us, below us, soon to be within us, without us, between and betwixt. And we ask for this earth energy to merge with us, to come in through our crown chakras for a healing, for that which we need. We feel the energy of the earth, the great earth dragon, entering through our crown chakras, making its way slowly round and round within our heads, touching the third eye, moving round and down, past the nose, within the mouth, the chin, to our throats, and down through our throats, through the throat chakra, linking in, down into our shoulders, filling down our left and right arms, through the upper arms, lower arms, filling the fingers as if we were filling a jug full of milk. And from our shoulders, down to our chests, our hearts, our lungs, swirling down the upper back, down the spine, the middle back, the lower back, the kidneys, the front, from the lungs to the stomach, the intestines, down to our basins and our hips, filling our organs full of earth energy, fertile, creative, love energy, moving ever forward, downwards, through our thighs, our knees, our calves, and our feet. And the flow continues out through the bottom of our feet to the bottom of the triangle and out of the triangle. The green earth energy washing us from the inside out, bringing cleansing and bringing the healing that we need at this moment in time for our physical bodies. And on the outside, the energy is swirling round our bodies, our heads, our necks, our chests, our stomachs, washing clean that on the outside. As above, so below, within, without, between, betwixt. Sitting, breathing, this beautiful earth energy. Being held, being loved, being one. Now it's time to give thanks to the mighty earth dragon, to the mighty bear, to King Gob, and Archangel Uriel, all working within the element of earth. And we give thanks, and as we give thanks, we let the symbol of the earth that has been surrounding us, supporting us, start to dissipate. Knowing we can come back to this symbol within it, sit within it, lie within it, merge with it at any time that we wish. And as the symbol starts to disappear, it's time for us to come back into the here and now, into ordinary reality, into the physical bodies that we own. And taking another couple of deep breaths, we focus in on the breath, focus in on the physicality, and see ourselves coming back, and we're back in our bodies. And when we feel ready, we can open our eyes.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Wow, that was so much more than I expected. Ah, beautiful. And all of your work with the trees and the natural energy and nature is, yeah, it's so appropriate for this full moon as well. So that was a beautiful addition. Thank you very much. Lovely. We have half an hour left of today's part of the festival, and I'm going to hand you over for the next section of our ritual to the wonderful Annalisa.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you guys for the meditation. Cassidy and Thomas, it was amazing. It was really good. Okay, now we are in our later part of our ritual, and because it's a full moon, I thought about ways and quick ways that we could use the full moon energy to manifest. And I would like us to do so tonight with sigil magic. A sigil is a symbol that that condenses your intention and is part of chaos magic. So I'm gonna guide you through ways of do a sigil, and we're gonna draw one together, and we're gonna charge it, and we're gonna release it to the universe in our burning ceremony. So I was saying the sigil is a symbol, and the reason why we transform our intention into a symbol, our intention being in words, in a spoken form or in a written form, so words and letters into a symbol, is because we want to push our intention from the conscious mind to the subconscious mind. And being that the conscious mind is the mind that works best with words, the subconscious mind is the mind that the part of the mind that works best with images and symbols. And so by doing this symbol, we are able to access our subconscious and manifest our result, our goals and desires. Another reason why it is a symbol is because we are trying to decode an intention and in a way cheat on our subconscious, because if we were to write or to even if we were to keep our initial intention, there could be self-sabotage from our minds that do not believe the intention that we're putting forth. And that is a problem of us human, that we do not really believe in ourselves, or we focus on the lack of what we want. And that is a problem in manifesting. That's why for some people, for example, affirmations do not work. And this is a step, it's almost like the next step from the affirmation. It's finding a way to bypass your conscious mind and get to your subconscious mind. So because it is a full moon, I thought of some suggestion for you of statement of intent. These are merely suggestions. You can take them, or you can use them to give you an idea, or if you don't know what you would like to manifest there and then on the spot. This could be some idea that I think relate to the energy of this full moon in Taurus. And some of the statement of intent that I have written down are: I have everything I need to be successful, or I am enough. I am grounded and present. I build solid foundations in my life. I value myself. I am strong. I love myself. I nurture myself. I embrace positive change. Now, these are very, I think, very positive statements of things that any of us wants to manifest. Although to make it even easier for the intention to be implanted in the subconscious with the sigil, I actually would like to use words of powers power rather than affirmations. And in that way, if there was any doubt of self-sabotage, this way the doubt is taken away, especially as we don't really have the time this evening to let's say follow the proper steps to create and deal with the sigil. So the proper steps, as I mentioned, and there are no proper steps really, because you need to do what works for you. But anyhow, there is the statement of intent. Then you have to follow a formula that will lead you to your written statement and the creation of the sigil. And then you would have to charge it. So charge it, meditating on it, or other practices like sex magic or yoga poses. And the reason why you charge this way, it is again a way to try to get in a relaxed state or in a trance state and successfully imprint the symbol in your mind. Once that is done, the sigil must get released. There are different currents of thoughts regarding this. Some people prefer, after you made your sigil, some people prefer to actually forget about it and put it in a drawer or somewhere safe and let some time pass by so that they actually forget what the symbol initially stated. So once then they take it and charge it with meditation, they already have forgotten about what the sentence that is decoded in the symbol means. Another way, another current of thought is that your sigil needs to be secret. And in fact, the word sigil comes from the word from a Latin word that means to seal. So to seal, like they were sealing in ancient time the envelopes with the wax, so that there was the secrecy of the letter inside the envelope and it wouldn't be open before it got to you. And that's the same concept in the sigil. You want a message that nobody else can read. The other current of thought is that some people prefer to use sigils that are actually have been created by other people, and they think that because many other people have used it, there is an energy to the sigil and it becomes stronger, and you can use it that way. However, we'll follow a procedure tonight that is based on the way I do it. And what I suggest you to do is to take a piece of paper. I prepared actually a piece of paper, of brown paper, because I like this type of paper, and this will be where I draw my final sigil before we release it. And then I took a piece of paper to actually write the statement down and to draw the actual sigil and make it look pretty before then copying it on the final piece of paper. You can also collect your sigils in a notebook or in your book of shadows for use in a later time. So at the moment we are doing everything in a condensed form, as we will charge it and release it tonight. If you have a notebook, you can keep them all there. You can release the one on the pretty paper, and then you will have a record of what your sigils are for future reference in your notebook. Okay, so like I was saying earlier, I prefer to use words of power as they are statement, let's say, words that the subconscious mind cannot disagree on. And the way that I charge it, it would be to meditate either after I draw it, or as we don't have the opportunity to do that tonight, it would be to really feel the emotion that is connected to the word that you choose to put in your sigil, to the sentence that you put in your sigil. So really, as you write and as you arrange the letter to become a symbol, just try and feel it within yourself, and to visualize, if you can, what that word or sentence means. For the words of powers that would relate to the full moon, I chose together, peace, strength, prosperous, harmony, open, wholeness, receptive, healed, abundance, and as a final one, as today's Halloween, intuitive or intuition. So some of those words are more related to the Taurus full moon, and some words are more related to the fact that today is Halloween, and perhaps some of us wants to manifest having more, be more open to be receptive in this time of the year where, you know, the veil is thinner, and if you want to do further work later on and you want to manifest, be more receptive and guided towards your messages. Okay, I think that the word that I would choose is whole. And so I'll write it on a piece of paper. If you would like to do the same, obviously I can't see you, so I don't know what you have chosen, or if you need to be repeated the suggestion for the affirmation. If you cannot come up with affirmation right away, just pick up a word that really embody what you would like to manifest, like abundance, simple as abundance. Simplicity doesn't mean less effective. So anyway, I wrote on a piece of paper, whole. The first step to create a sigil is to eliminate the vowels from your words. So you just cross them off, and I write underneath the letter that I am left with, which in this case would be W, H, and L. Then, if you have got any repeating letters, you cross out the repeating letters, leaving one each of each letter. Something that I forgot to say is that the statement of intent of the affirmation needs to be in the present, better not have negative, and also needs to be precise, but you can also put dates in it, because something that I see people doing is, yeah, they write the affirmation like I am abundant, I am receiving money, but then they end it there. So if you want to be more precise, you can put a date as a time frame, and you can incorporate numbers of your date in your sigil. Anyway, sorry for the little side note. So at this point, you should have the consonants, one of each. And once you are at this point, you have the letters, and you can start rearranging them to look like a symbol. So I've got a W. Mine is easy because it's got just 3 letters. So this is my W. Then I need to put an H. Let me see better. Like this would be my H. This horizontal and this horizontal, and this makes the H. And the L. And actually, the L is already inside the symbol, that the figure that I draw. This can be considered as the L. Now that you've got your the letters in a symbol, you can either make it prettier or make it more special to you. You can add sacred geometry, or you can add any other symbol like stars or circle or anything, spirals or anything else that is meaningful to you. I am gonna make it like this. I'll make it prettier when I draw it on the other paper. So practically I mirrored it, and I would put a circle around it because I like it. It gives me the idea of hole inside a circle. So this is my sigils and it's ready. So I would make it a bit prettier on the piece of paper, on the other piece of paper, if I can. It's not very pretty, but it will do. Remember to try and embody the feeling that the word you or the sentence you chose means to you. Every time you put that pen on the paper, try and feel the feeling or visualize it within yourself. So now this is my final version of the sigil. That means whole. Now, if we were, like I said before, if we were by ourselves in our home, we could either put it away and forget about it and charge it when some time has passed. But tonight, we're gonna burn it. That is one of my favorite way of charging it and releasing it to the universe. So this is like the condensed version if you don't have time. And we will burn it shortly in Monday's burning ceremony with our other intention. You can make sigils in many different ways, and they can be standalone mini rituals or part of bigger rituals. So you can carve sigils on candles. You can write it under the sole of your shoes. You can write it with a finger as you come out of your shower on the bathroom mirror when it's all steamed up, and then it will disappear, and next time you go in the bathroom again for another shower, it will reappear, reminding you of the power of your intention. You can draw it in food as you are cooking, so either with the spoon as you are stirring a pot of food, you can draw a sigil on it. There's plenty of ways of using sigils and incorporate them in your daily practice. And this is a quite inexpensive way of making a ritual for yourself. And I think that if done in a simple way, and even following the method that I just explained to you, it's possibly one of the easiest way to manifest, because you can get right to your subconscious without having to buy expensive tools for your rituals, and without having to do complex visualization that perhaps some people struggle to, or they are not quite there yet in their personal practice and development. And that is it, I think. I hope everybody drew their own sigil. I can't see anyone, so I'm not sure if you're still there, actually.
Sure, they were. That was fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's fantastic, as I'm saying that's fantastic. So there we go. The energy is just flowing. I know everyone's making notes, and like everyone wants to say things and get things in, and everyone's kind of doing it along with you because the energy is building, and that's what happens. We could probably just go on all night. That was really cool. Thank you. I've never seen anything like that before. So really awesome. And that brings us on to Mandy on the moon.
Right, so we're going to do one last thing. Thank you all for coming, but we'll do all that bit afterwards. Okay, we're going to do one last thing to do with this full moon. So I want everyone, I know that we've done all this sort of private stuff and everybody kind of like knows their in-depth private stuff, but I want one thing that everybody is prepared to go public about, okay? And all you have to say right, is one word. Okay, so we've got 18 little pieces of paper here for the 18 of us. And Roman, I'm going to say your name and your word. That's it, whatever it is. And then we're going to do the exciting bit. So keep them coming in the chat. Just give me, well, we'll know who you are. Just give me your names and your word. And it's your word that you want to kind of like let go, or that you want to send out on this full moon in Taurus to, I don't know, just to have some sort of Taurus magic, that a word that is meaningful to you, that maybe that has come to you through the meditations recently. So we've got Sam, connection. Thank you very much for kicking it off. Okay, who's next? Jackie, communication. Lisa, intuition. Mandy, releasing. Khalid, rebirth. Jess, love. Sharon, self-worth. Thomas, abundance. Oh, Annalisa, healing.
Mandy,
Mm-hmm.
you have a skull in your eye.
Okay. Oh, I know why. Greg, unity. Rachel, positivity. Svitlana, deep thinking. Cassidy, connected. Anybody else? Oh, hang on. Oh, yeah. Macy, togetherness. Right. Anybody else? Mickey. Right. I think we're gonna leave it at that point. Okay. So I've got Roman here. So I hope this is all gonna work. We are heading out into my back garden, but I'm not going to be me anymore. I'm going to be Magic Romans. That's going to be on his Zoom link. So I'm just going to leave my rubbishy thing on.
Oh, this is cool.
Right, Roman, where is it?
It's in the sky, man.
Hang on.
Wait a second, you.
My vision is not great out here. Right, okay, can you show it to everybody?
Yeah, you.
There's one other thing I need to go and get. Right, can you all see it up there?
Yes. Okay,
so we're going to do this outdoors with the full moon in Taurus. Okay, I am going to do a collective energy burning of all of your words that you've given me. Okay, so they are all literally about to go into the pot, one after another. Okay. Oh, no, I've managed to put it up. No, I didn't. Are you filming all this, Ronan?
Mm-hmm.
It's the grand finale of what an amazing day this has been. I can't, I'm sort of a bit mind blown from it all.
This is wonderful. Thank you so much for doing this.
So unfortunately, I don't have one of. Oh, hang
You're
on.
putting a lot in there. You're putting it out.
Well, I put too much in there.
Yeah, give it a moment. There we go.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't possess one of Thomas's amazing magic wands to wave over this. But what I do possess is this sparkler.
Put that a bit deeper in.
Hang on. Not to worry. Hang on. Got it. Marvelous. So happy full moon in Taurus, everybody. I hope you've had an entertaining time, a fun day, and a kind of a meaningful, thought-provoking day. And I really am looking forward to seeing you all again tomorrow. We've got bingo at 1 o'clock, right? So, I'm going to wave this over all of your special words and our collective energy. And I'll leave you to burn your own sigils. Thank you for that, Annalisa. And I'm going to write my word. I'm going to write my word in the sky, see if anyone can get it. Got it. Anyone got it? Oh, it's all very quiet. Are you all there?
Was it positivity?
Yeah, but I couldn't get it.
They didn't get it.
They didn't get it. Oh, never mind. Oh, it's been a while since I've done a sparkler. So we're gonna go back inside now, and I will go back to sort out my backdrop, and we will kind of like wind everything up. Oh, we're done. Okay. So goodbye to the full moon in Taurus.
Bye. Full moon.
Beautiful.
UK.
Bye. FMT, bye.
Hi, everybody. This was beautiful. I can't wait to see you all tomorrow.
Yeah, looking forward. Have a good night.
So much to think about. So much to think about.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Thank you so much, everyone. There's a jam-packed day tomorrow. So we've got reading ruins with Cassidy, the importance of offerings with Crystal, tarot games with Greg, shamanic healing with Thomas, the other kind of magic with Roman, who's going to be doing some entertaining magic tricks, which is going to be cool. Courting the court cards with Lisa, signs and symbols, the language of the universe with Laurie, 7 tips to make your magic 3 times stronger with Dusty, understanding your chakras with Leslie, the origins of superstitions with our very own tarot squirrel, who's hopefully not going to be a ghost for that.
I won't be.
Who knows? And magic for a deceased loved one with Justin before our closing ceremony. So much to get in. I don't know how we're going to do that in 6 hours, but it's 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. UK time. It's going to be amazing. So please stay with us if you...
Yeah, and just did you mention the bingo?
I was just about to mention the amazing bingo. It was so fun today. It's 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. UK time tomorrow.
1 p.m. to 2 p.m. UK time, whatever that is, Eastern time. Anyone who came today is welcome to come again. I hope you all have received your bingo sheets, right? So you've all absolutely been sent them. Each sheet has got 8 games on it. So those that were there today, bring yours along again, print them out, and then there's going to be readings after the bingo as well. And the raffle is part of the closing ceremony at the very end. And there's some really, really good prizes. So
sorry,
thank you all for coming. See you tomorrow.
Cool.
Bye, everyone. Bye. Thank you for coming.
Bye.
Bye. I'll speak to you,
Turn on your
Sharon.
cameras and say bye.
Bye, Jessica. Bye, Thomas.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye, Rachel.
Bye. Let's go.
All right.
Khalid and Jacqueline.
Take care, everyone. Bye.
Do you guys have time for a crazy tarot coincidence story?
Oh yeah, I like that.
Yeah, go ahead.
What?
You're beautiful, Sharon.
Thank you.
With that thing. Beautiful.
Oh, tell us, Lisa. Go ahead.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. I'll be really quick. I will be really, really quick. So you said tell you tomorrow or tell you tonight?
Now. Do it now. No.
Do it now. Okay. It's just real quick. It's just kind of funny. So I laid everything out just real fast. I actually put a photo of my space on Instagram just because I was like, I'm going to get really witchy. And I pulled out my Halloween deck and I just got them. So I thought this would be fun. So I laid them out and I thought, tell me about the energy shuffle. Tell me about the energy of today's ritual. And I ended up pulling the world card. And I was like, oh, well, that's fun. And then later at the end, as I was shuffling and shuffling and shuffling, I was thinking about my word and I was like, tell me how I can best tap into the intuition. And then what did I pull? World card. And then I realized if you look, and I don't know if you guys can see or not, but that little cat is actually inside a tree. Just like Cassidy's in like the meditations and stuff that we did. And I was like, really? So not only did I pull the card twice in a brand new deck, but anyway, I just thought that was wild. And I was just like, okay,
cool.
Share that because that's just crazy. So anyway.
That is cool, Lisa. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah, love it.
Oh,
anyway,
man.
But that's it.
Okay, bye-bye, guys.
Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful
evening. Today was
Bye.
awesome. Everybody did wonderful. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.